Hey guys, for those who don't know me, my name is Bobby and I'm here on YouTube making all sorts of videos and tutorials for photography and video production. If that's something that interests you, I'd encourage you to subscribe and follow along. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a unique take on cloud storage. So if you're like me and you like the idea of what cloud storage has to offer, but you don't want to add another monthly cost, another monthly subscription, I'd really encourage you to check out the Filegear. They're currently in their Kickstarter phase and they sent me one to test out and play with. I actually already did a video which they sponsored on how I've implemented it into my wedding workflow, but in this video I wanted to focus specifically on the Filegear and go over the top 3 benefits that I see for this thing, as well as areas that I think they could improve going forward in the future. Now, before I get into that, I of course want to explain what the Filegear is. The quick and easy overview is that the Filegear is a device that looks like a router and plugs right into the back of your router. Then you plug any USB hard drives or flash drives that you might have into one of the 4 slots in the back, and it automatically makes those drives cloud accessible. The first and perhaps the largest benefit of this device is the ease of use. It's simple to set up and it comes with clear instructions. When you plug in a new hard drive, you get a pop-up automatically that lets you import and sort everything on that drive, and it does it all for you. Another great thing is that it's incredibly visually oriented. Everything makes sense from the minute you plug it in and on the actual interface. You know where to go and you know what to click on, and that's important. Network drives can be confusing and fickle, and this is really not that. It makes it easy for literally anyone to have their files accessible when and where they please. The second benefit is the organization tools that it offers. Now these are included right in there. You don't have to really set anything up. This is kind of piggybacking off the ease of use, but when you get into the interface on desktop or mobile, it has already auto-sorted your files into type, such as photos, documents, music, and more. Further, if you go into photos, let's say, you can sort by tons of different things like date or album or even location to make any photos you might be looking for super easy to find. Once you're in a folder, you can also use the search bar if you know the name of the photo or document you're looking for, so it makes looking things up a breeze. The last big benefit is of course the accessibility that this grants you. You can upload or download files from a computer, phone, or tablet, which will then be accessible from any location where you have internet or phone service. Not only this, but you can share these files and folders easily with whoever you like. And of course, you can do all of this without having to pay a monthly fee. You can just use the hard drives or flash drives that you might already have lying around. Yes, you do have to buy the device, but at only $150 to $200 right now on their Kickstarter special, you'll be breaking even pretty quickly. One of my favorite things about my partnership with Filegear has been how open they are to suggestions. The device that I had was a tester, but it's very much complete, but they are finalizing things still, and they've been open to any suggestions that I've had. When it was all said and done, I really only had 2 complaints that they hadn't been able to improve upon, and they're both pretty small. The first one's actually a personal preference, but I'd love to see them have a Filegear that has options aside from USB, so things like Firewire or Thunderbolt, as these are drives that I already have implemented into my workflow, and I'd love to be able to use those. So whether that's a Filegear with exclusively 4 Thunderbolt connections on the back, or a mixture of USB, Thunderbolt, and Firewire, something like that, I think that could be an interesting move going forward if they're trying to target a more professional market that might have faster drives they're trying to use. This second one actually seems pretty silly, but one of their big competitors, Dropbox, probably the biggest name in cloud storage. I love how when I use them, on the left hand of my Finder on my Mac is my Dropbox folder, and it has everything there, my files and my folders that I've uploaded, and I can easily drag and drop things on and off from there. I'd love to see Filegear show up in my Finder as well. I know it only saves a couple seconds, but it does make it that much easier. So I really like using the Filegear device and partnering with them. I think they have huge potential as far as workflow and backup solutions, as well as streaming devices and things like that where they could really expand and grow. I'd encourage you to check out their Kickstarter, which I've linked below. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.